Hello everyone, Edwin here, the Pretty Green Vinyl Guy. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well and having a great summer. It's just been beautiful here on the west coast of Canada on Vancouver Island. Got to be one of the best places to be in the world right now for many reasons. Anyway, I hope everyone is safe and well, and let's get into it. Vinyl records, that's what we're here for. I have stacks everywhere. I've had quite a volume increase in the vinyl over the last month, whatever it's been since I did my last video. And typically in the summer, you know, it's nice to get outside, and I do a lot of cycling. That's a nice little wound and matching one on the knee. And but yeah, it's good to get outside and enjoy the good weather while we have it. But anyway, I have found some time to buy and listen to some vinyl, and let's get into it. Coming out, right out of the gate, we got Neil Young's Comes a Time. You may have noticed I did a Neil Young video with Mazzy, a couple of months ago now, and I was missing this, and finally found a nice used copy in great condition. Although I see the Neil Young archives have just released a remastered version, so I don't know, maybe I have to get that and do a comparison. This is, you know, more his, dare I say, country-ish style, certainly acoustic. You know, the famous, at least for Canadians, the famous song on this is the Four Strong Winds, which was written by a guy called Ian Tyson, who's a Canadian, I guess, country legend. He was born on Vancouver Island in a place called Duncan, which is about 50 kilometers south of me. And Ian was famous in the 60s with a folk duo he did with his then wife Sylvia. They were known as Ian and Sylvia. And they played quite a prominent part in the New York coffeehouse scene. And were one of Canada's first big exports during that time. Hanging out with Joni Mitchell and Gordon Lightfoot, of course. And Ian Tyson's kind of revered as this very good songwriter, and never really had a hit on his own, although Ian and Sylvia did, have pretty good success. It's morning here, so I gotta need some coffee. Anyway, that's the closing track. Four Strong Winds, which I know you'll all know that song if you're not familiar with the title, with the lovely Nicolette Larson singing the harmony on that. Next we have The Best of Manfred Mann. This is a Canadian comp in mono. 1977 this came out, so quite a bit later. I haven't put this in a good sleeve yet. It's on the nice green Capitol label. Manfred Mann, Do Diddy, of course, was the song. Remember Stripes when they're marching? There she was. But my favorite Manfred Mann song has got to be Pretty Flamingo, which is the opening track on side 2. Right, a couple of XTC albums. I haven't looked at this pile and I haven't put them in an order. I just wanted to get some videos done. I believe this is album 1 and 2 from Andy Partridge and Colin Moulding and the like. This is when Terry Chambers was still drumming. This one, the first album, featured Barry Andrews, who went on to form, what were they? They were a goth band. Can't think of it right now, but he didn't last in the band because he tried to force Andrew Partridge out because he thought Andrew Partridge was a little dark and miserable, and they ended up getting rid of him. And then this is the second one with the very famous album cover, basically telling you how they market album covers to get people to purchase the albums, is the little essay written on here. Very, very interesting. This was done by Hypnosis, which of course is the art marketing firm in England that did everything from Dark Side of the Moon to all those famous album covers. I do have a book over here somewhere with all of them in there. This is a good album. This is a very good album, and clearly they were off to a good start. This is also Canadian pressing, so it has Are You Receiving Me on it. The original UK version did not have Are You Receiving Me. The Beach Boys Holland. This is a very good album. Nice ladder. Beach Boys. When a lot of people weren't listening to the Beach Boys, we're not thinking of them as the hits anymore. Like totally a different Beach Boys band. Sail on Silver, Steamboat, California Saga. Really good album. This is like the harmonies are still there, but in a more refined way. And Brian Wilson's still involved in the studio. Of course he's not touring with them at all now at this point. And highly recommend Holland. Little Jethro Tull Aqualung. I never had this, and I thought, I should buy this. This is a US version, US pressing. Big inner. Aqualung. I mean, you guys all know this. It's interesting stuff, right? I'm certainly no authority on Jethro Tull. I mean, I know Thick as a Brick and this album, and that's about it. And I don't even know them very well, so I've listened to it once, and it was very good. Okay, so this is on the XTC world still. This is Wasp Star. This is a 2018 reissue of their 2000 album. This is basically just now Andy Partridge and Colin Moulding at this point in time. This, I believe, is their last album. And in fact, the only thing I don't have right now is Nonsuch. It's the only album I don't have of XTC. These were known as the there was Apple Venus and then Wasp Star, which had something about Apple Venus Volume 2 is the correct title. And I like both of these albums. And in fact, hey, look at that. There you go. There's the other one. Happen to have that one too. Yeah, obviously someone had these and traded them back in. They're both of the 2018 repressings. They're in the same series. Probably this may be the stronger of the two, but they're both excellent. They are actually both excellent. A little Funkadelic in the house. Hot Saturday nights. You need some Funkadelic. This is simply called Funkadelic. This is on Westbound Records. And this is a UK version. It's not old because it has a barcode. That's how you know if something's an original or not really quickly in a record store. Feels a little heavy. So it's probably some sort of made in the European Economic Community. So there's another sign that it's a new release because the EU didn't exist in the days when this would have been released. 1970 was the original release, and we know they didn't have barcodes in 1970, but it is what you expect. It's a good Funkadelic album. How Will the Wolf Survive? Los Lobos, the boys from East Los Angeles. I didn't have this on vinyl, and it was in like a, in a bin at the record store. And I've always liked Los Lobos. Don't Worry Baby would have been the song we all knew on this, and just good stuff. Sleater Kinney, Dig Me Out. The Girls from Seattle. This was recorded between 96 and 97. Now, I don't know if this is an original or not. I don't think it is. For what I paid for it, I don't think it is, because it would cost a lot more. By arguments, a lot of people feel this is their strongest album. I'm just going to see if there is a date on this. Copyright 1997. Anyway, post-grunge, Seattle sound. This is where it was all happening, folks. And this album proves that the girls are every bit as good as the boys. Here's another little comp. This is the Turtles. Famous for Happy Together and Eleanor, which I love the melodies in Eleanor. This is the 1986 Greatest Hits comp on the from the Golden Archive series. It's almost like it was like one of those made-for-TV series. It's an affiliate of Rhino Records. And nice little bio on the boys there. And good stuff. Good California pop. What can you say about this? The Cars, the debut album. Duff. What an album. Fantastic from start to finish. This could arguably be, I know there's been vinyl community contests before and ideas, but what is the greatest debut album from start to finish all the way through? And surely this has to be on the list. My God, it reads like a greatest hits, but then even the B-sides are phenomenal. Good Times Roll, My Best Friend's Girl, Just What I Needed. You're Really All I Got Tonight, Moving in Stereo. All mixed up. Like, there's not a bad song on that record. Just a must-have. Okay, this was a nice pickup. This is the Stems. This is early Australian alternative rock, I guess, sort of in the vein of the Hoodoo Gurus and the Church, and maybe a bit of Midnight Oil-ish before they got into the whole political thing. This is an Australian first press. Very, very good album. Considered to be an alternative rock groundbreaking album, certainly in Australia. That's got the original inner sleeve in it. And I was super happy to find this. Very, very happy indeed. The Stems. I was also really happy to find this. This is Funky Kingston by Toots and the Maytals. And this is a must-have reggae album on many lists of top 10 greatest albums of all time in the reggae genre. And a very, very good album. What do we got here? This is a Canadian, I believe. No, it's a US pressing. Great label. And I hope that focused. I think I have it on the annoying face focus mode, where it just follows my face in focus. A lot of people ask me what I shoot my videos with. This is a Canon EOS R. It's their new digital SLR camera. It's a great camera. I do a lot of photography and shoot videos for my work, and it's a great camera. Someone else showed this the other day. I can't remember who. It might be Mazzy, perhaps. Nielsen. Harry Nielsen, Pussycat, starring Harry Nielsen and produced by John Lennon. Yeah, a lot of people are critical of this album. This is kind of his rock and kind of in the version of, this is when John Lennon had just recorded the rock and roll album, and he wanted to play producer. And I guess they'd been on a bit of a bender, and Nielsen didn't have a voice at all. But he didn't tell John that, and they just decided to record this. And you get covers of Subterranean Homesick Blues by Bob Dylan, Many Rivers to Cross, Jimmy Cliff, Rock Around the Clock, and then there's a couple of John Lennon written tracks and some Harry Nielsen written tracks. And yeah, I'll leave it up to you guys. You want to give it a listen on YouTube? Alright, let's quickly get through. This is just a Kinks. Give the people what they want. That's something I didn't have, just to get the Kinks discography. This, of course, had Destroyer, Paranoia. What do we got here? Let's go here. This is a 2016 reissue of The Cure. The Head on the Door. Again. The bar tag. Barcode, sorry. This had In Between Days, Kyoto Song, Close to Me. Very, very strong album by The Cure. This is obviously a 180 gram repress. Sounds great. When Richard McCook had his contest for, basically the B-sides that were never singles of albums, The Cure was the band I was going to do. I did do The Police in the end, but The Cure was a second pick. I couldn't get one record. This is the Sleaford Mods, who are a duo from England. This is on blue vinyl. They are a spoken word hip hop type guy. Well, that's the download card. And his musical improviser. So they write about, politics in, England and things that aren't right in society. And they are very interesting. And if you have not heard of the Sleaford Mods, I recommend having a look on YouTube. I have another album in another pile that I'm going to show later. And we'll finish this one off with Hourglass. This is Dave Gahan from Depeche Mode. This was his second solo record, which came out sometime in 1990, I'm going to say. This was a German-only vinyl release, and I saw this and I grabbed it. I loved his first album, which I'd still like to get on vinyl. This was the follow-up. It's still very good. Maybe not quite as good as the first one, but still very good. And it sounds like Depeche Mode. I mean, let's let's not go crazy here. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it's very well done. It's excellently produced. He sounds very well on it. This was... excuse me. This was his sort of his comeback, these two albums, when he almost died of an overdose from heroin. So he got back and got quite serious about his life and about his music. Great album. I'd only ever seen it on CD at that point. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and I'm going to follow up with some other videos. So have a great day, and we'll speak soon. Peace, everybody.